friends, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Sana, Mrs. Perfectly Imperfect Keto, where being perfect is overrated and being imperfect is appreciated. Today it is May 1st. It is a Monday, so happy May to everybody. And I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it of what I'm going to have for my 1 meal a day dinner, as well as going over what I had for my meals on Saturday as well as Sunday. All right, friends, so for dinner, I'm going to keep it very, very simple. Mondays are really hectic for us, so I try to keep them as simple as possible. Doing the carnivore way of eating is definitely a very simple, effortless way of cooking your meals because its main focus on simply just the meats, and it does not really take any time at all, especially if you're basically doing the minimal approach like I try to do. But still yet, I try to make my Mondays even that much more simple and effortless. So for dinner, I'm going to go in with these pre-made packaged beef burgers. So I did post this on my shopping haul today. So this is simply just the 75-25 ratio for these beef burgers. Simply what I like to do is I like to do them in my air fryer. So I'm going to go ahead and just salt them with my Redmond salt, put them on 400 degrees, and I like to go in with about 10 to 12 minutes because I do like for the burgers to have a nice crispy edge around, but still yet they still stay juicy with the air fryer. So that is definitely my favorite way. Others might prefer the grill, but definitely if you have an air fryer and if you have not had either chicken wings or having burgers or hot dogs in your air fryer, definitely give them a try. The texture is just amazing when it comes to air frying those proteins. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started here in a little bit. But I did want to go over the meals that I had for Saturday and Sunday. So when it came to Saturday, I actually had just found out that my body has experienced oxalate dumping, and it's actually experienced it with my left ear. So I have went through ringing in my left ear. I did go through a little bit of vertigo because of just the congestion that I had in my left ear. So I did get from Nurse Nisha, part of the Berry PhD community, she did suggest for me to go to a chiropractor to get an adjustment that can simply help alleviate the ringing in the ear, as well as allowing the oxalate dumping, basically what are the ear crystals, to go ahead and kind of just have that clear out. So I am not a healthcare professional. I am not no expert. This is something that I'm just experiencing 4 months into the carnivore way of eating. So I can definitely tell you, I did go to the chiropractor on Saturday. I simply just had my iodine with some water like I normally would do. I did not eat anything prior to going to the chiropractor Saturday morning. But I can definitely say Saturday, I literally felt like I just got done with a wrestling match or a boxing match. I was definitely just feeling very short-winded, and I did have a headache that I experienced. So when I did come home from the chiropractor, we did do a little bit of grocery shopping at Aldi and at Walmart. But when I did eventually end up coming home, it was about, I want to say 2 p.m.-ish at that point in time. And I just felt like I just wanted to sleep off the headache. So I did go in with 2 of the clean ingredient mini beef sticks that I had found at Sam's Club. So I'll go ahead and I will post a picture of the package, front and back, as well as the beef stick itself. So I did go in with 2 of those. I did have about like a half a bottle, so about 8 ounces of some water before I went ahead and laid down, because I just kind of wanted to get something in my stomach before I went and laid down, because I truly felt like when I was going to lay down, I was literally going to sleep towards the late evening is what I felt like, and it would have basically gone beyond my traditional time for when I would have my 1 meal a day dinner, and I did not want to wake up sick was what I was trying to prevent. So once I did get up, and I did sleep for hours. I slept for anywhere from like 4 to almost 5 hours on Saturday. So thankfully I had leftover chuck roast that I was able to utilize. So on the side of the leftover chuck roast, I did have the meat juices, the broth from the chuck roast that I always save. I simply just had that because it is buttery, fatty goodness. And I just quickly sauteed up some red Argentinian shrimp after defrosting them in some cold water. And I quickly sauteed it in some beef tallow and simply just some salt and some garlic powder is all I seasoned it up with. And I simply had it on the side of the chuck roast, and I had that beautiful, buttery, juicy meat juices and broth as my dipping sauce for all of it. So that is what basically wrapped it up for my Saturday. When it came to my Sunday, I do have a lot of chicken leg quarters that I'm having to use up. We did run into a deal at the butcher shop. They did have 40 pounds of chicken leg quarters that we purchased in March. It was 40 pounds worth of chicken leg quarters for $29.99. So that definitely is a great deal, but we still have plenty that we need to use up. So far I only had gone through just 10 pounds worth of it. So I still had 30 pounds left over. So I definitely used up another additional 10 pounds on Sunday. So simply what I did was I seasoned up the chicken leg quarters with some salt. I went in with some coriander powder and simply just some garlic powder, and I rubbed it all down with some of the Wagyu beef tallow, and a portion of it I did convection bake in the oven because I love to get the convection bake texture of a nice crispy skin when it comes to the chicken thigh. So I just simply convection baked it until my meat probe went off to 165 degrees. Some will tell you do not allow it to reach that complete 165 temperature because it might dry it out. I've never experienced going in at the full 165 degrees, and I've never experienced my chicken turning out dry. So it works for me. You know, you do you, but it's always worked for me. I've always experienced having juicy, flavorful chicken. I've never had a problem sticking with that internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So part of the 10 pounds of chicken, I simply just baked it. And the other portion, I'm going to show a photo, but I did it in my Ninja Foodi pot, simply just to make a chicken soup is what I was going for. It was something that my husband was craving. So what I did was I very easily just dumped all of the seasoned part of the chicken leg quarters that I was using up. I poured about 3 bottles worth of just simply water bottles, and I sealed the pressure, put it on high, and I set it for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it came out exceptional. So even when he was having the soup, even the bones were so soft that he was able to even eat the bone itself. That is simply what wrapped me up for my Sunday. I went in with 3 of the chicken leg quarters, and I did put some hot sauce on it. It is the Crystals brand that I purchased at Sam's Club. I'll go ahead and show a picture of the front as well as the back that has the ingredients on it. It is clean ingredient. I can definitely tell you for the month of May, I actually have joined a clean eating carnivore challenge, and I am following simply pretty much 98% of what I'm already doing with my carnivore way of eating. I'm still not incorporating dairy, so hard cheeses was going to be allowed part of the challenge, but still yet, currently right now, I am not incorporating it until June. And as far as the seasonings, I am keeping to whatever seasonings that they basically have assigned to this challenge. But the hot sauce, unfortunately, the paprika, because it can inflame some people, I have to exclude that for the month of May, which I am fine with doing, because even when I use it, every once in a while, I might use it for chicken wings, or I might use it for, in this case, last night for Sunday, I had some drizzles that you'll see on the photo for the chicken leg quarters. All right, so I'm gonna go in with just starting to air fry these burger patties, and I'm gonna go ahead and include you all because I'm going to top them with some over easy eggs. So that is going to come up next. All right, friends, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do some over easy eggs. What I'm gonna do, since I have that Wagyu beef tallow that I have from those chicken wings, I'm simply just working on still using it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grease my pan here, and this is simply your bacon grease or your butter substitute is simply what I'm doing. I do have the pan hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack the eggs in here. And I do have 4 eggs that I'm going in with. So I like going in with the pan hot because it helps the egg not spread out too much with that pan already being hot. All right, we got the last one here. All right, what I like to do is I like to allow the whites to cook and to form. Once I have the whites formed, I simply just go ahead and cover the pan with a lid. That way we can go ahead and build some steam to allow for that over easy top over the yolk. All right, so that did not take long at all. I'm gonna simply put my lid on. I'm going to set my stovetop from medium high to low, and I'm gonna simply just wait for the yolk to get that beautiful over easy top. And next I will show you all of my food plated up for my 1 meal a day dinner. All right, friends, I do have my 1 meal a day dinner now plated up. So simply I'm just going in with 5 of the 25 ground beef burger patties that I have purchased from Aldi. I simply just salted them, air fried them. I like to do 400 degrees Fahrenheit at 12 minutes. I just like to get a nice, really crispy edge on the top. So I don't do any flipping. For me, it allows it to be a little bit more juicier and to my optimal doneness for what I prefer. So I did go ahead and add some pats of butter over the top, and over there I do have on the side 4 over easy eggs. I did have one that actually broke on me when I added the burger patty on top of it, but it is still good eating. So this is what I'm going in with, a very simple, quick put together 1 meal a day dinner for this Monday. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for joining me on this Monday. I appreciate you all. Take care, friends.